Welcome to another edition of the Allen Powell Show. Wednesday night, NBA playoffs is going on. SGA won MVP, and we will talk about last night's game. But right now, the game that's going on right now is Indiana and New York. The atmosphere is electric. One thing that I seen though, the Knicks weathered the pace of the Pacers. The Pacers pace usually wear people out, and I know it's only game one, but what it seemed like so far, and last time I checked, the Knicks was up about 7 to 8 points. So it's like they weathered the storm, and now I think New York is primed to win this game. But we all know leads don't last, and that pace will eventually get to you. So far, what are you seeing with Knicks versus Pacers?
Yeah, man. Indiana was up by about 9 when I first got to the game because I was cooking dinner, and then I just watching the game more, and then I saw Cat hit a few shots, and the Knicks just get some momentum, and then Cameron Payne came in. He ain't really been hot. He didn't hit a few threes, and then they were able to get Brunson some rest, and Reggie Miller, and they were talking about, they like, man, they've never seen Brunson sit out the game so long. You know what I'm saying? Tibbs usually has him back in the game because they need him. This time he was able to get more rest than he thought. And you hit the nail right on the head when you said about the pace, because that's how the Pacers do. They run you out the gym. Them in OKC, that's their type of style. They try to wear teams down.
Yeah, man. And then I'm looking at it like, so when I was looking at the first couple of quarters, some of the key people, TJ McConnell came in, made an impact immediately. Mitchell Robinson for the Knicks. Mikal Bridges, this is the best I done seen Mikal Bridges look since I think the Brooklyn days. Is when he was like the number one option. Like his jump shot looked fluid. I remember it was a time where he was struggling with his jump shot, but he looks. This is the best Mikal Bridges I done seen in a while. OG playing like the money he's getting paid for. So
right.
It's like the Knicks are hitting on all, and then you got a good Cat, because you never know what Cat gonna show up, and then you don't know how many fouls is he gonna be in foul trouble.
That and if he ever just gonna want to go on the block because he's 6'11" instead of just want to take 100 threes. I hate when he get hot from three, and some people say that's a bad thing, but I do, because guess what? He think it carries over to the next game and the next game,
right?
And he doesn't really try to take advantage of his size.
Right, and I hate it. But like when he got the 3-point shot going, and he goes off the dribble. We seen him take whoever, a Miles Turner or whoever guarding him, off the dribble more than usual. And when he got both of those going, then Knicks gonna be hard to beat, man.
Yeah, they're gonna be hard to beat. Him, Brunson, you got all of them playing their roles, and then Tibbs teams are always they probably can't play that Tibbs style defense on Indiana like that, but they still going to compete on that end. You know what I mean by that? Far as their teams, they're going to compete. They're going to play physical. And for the most part, if they shoot well, they're going to be in every game.
Yeah, for sure. And that's the thing that's going on right now. I think in the first quarter, like they was Pacers was shooting a high percentage, and the Knicks was shooting a high percentage. And you would think that the pace will favor the Pacers, but when Knicks hitting their shots, then I think it's going to cancel out that pace, because eventually it's going to slow down a little bit. The pace is going to try to keep it up, but it's going to slow down a little bit. But one thing I think the Knicks can do that can slow down the Pacers' pace is to pick them up kind of full court a little bit, and don't let them just run and gun even on a made basket. So I think it's going to be interesting. The coaching is going to be very key. And in my opinion, I like the Pacers coach better than Tibbs. For me, we all seen Tibbs up front when he was in Chicago, and offense was always a struggle for him. But I just like Rick Carlisle as a coach, and I think the coaching advantage goes to the Pacers. What you think?
I agree with you, man. I remember Tibbs running Noah at the high post. Joakim Noah was getting all them triple doubles because we didn't really have an offense. That was crazy. You just remember that Tibbs is not that great of an offensive coach. Now the other side of the ball, that's where he make his money at. Like every time he go to a team, they go. They top 5 in defense. I will give them that, but they're also nowhere near the top in offense.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, and then Indiana's coach is a little bit more experienced, and he's a winner. He's actually won a championship. You know what I mean?
He's won a championship, and we know that he can adapt. Like he made this team to a running gun team. None of his previous teams was a running gun team, in my opinion. The Detroit team was not a running gun team, and I think what the Dallas team
Dallas, or the Lakers,
or the Lakers. So
yeah,
he took a team that don't have a quote unquote superstar and created a style with them that's got them to the Eastern Conference Finals again. So you kudos.
Yeah, what he did, what Indiana did, they got some athletes. You know what I'm saying? They got some guys who can run and high flyers, Obi Toppin and Pascal Siakam. You know, they made some good trades and got some young athletic guys in there, you know, and that kind of helped them push that pace.
For sure. And it makes me think like you have to be a good coach to recognize, hey, I need to switch up this style because I don't have superstars, but I do have some athletes that can run and gun, that can do something different. It takes a coach to adapt to your players and not make them adapt to you. We always say that, even when it comes to football. And we hated it for our team because we feel like they did that with the Bears. But I think coaching in general, whether it be basketball or football, and specifically basketball and football, you need to adapt to your players and not the other way around.
I agree with you on that. It's all about getting the best out of your personnel. You know, now to Tibbs' credit, he lucked up on Derrick Rose, and Derrick Rose just like, you know what?
Right.
Tibbs, give me the ball and tell everybody else to get out the way. That's our offense when I'm healthy. And then you saw what happened when we lost D Rose. Tibbs couldn't do hardly anything. When Derrick Rose wasn't healthy anymore, he couldn't give us nothing on offense. Nothing.
Yeah.
And we had a few players that you know could actually do something, you know what I'm saying, could score some points, but Tibbs just didn't know how to work it out. Yeah, Carlos Boozer, he can get you 16, 17, 20, and 10 if you played it the right way.
Right.
Yeah.
So, coaching plays a part, man, especially in the playoffs. Let's check in with the YouTube people. Go James Kingdom checking in. Appreciate y'all. Johnny, who's the one of the hosts of Go James Kingdom, says peace.
What's up, Johnny?
I'm trying to think. Is he? I think he a Heat or a Knicks fan. I know. I can't remember. I think he a Knicks fan.
Okay. So good luck to him. It's crazy. I was just telling my buddies, like, historically, I've never liked neither one of these franchises. You know what I mean? Like, I've never been a fan of either franchise. But if I had to pick one for this series, I like the Knicks. Even though I think the Pacers have the better coach and they hot a team right now, I would like the Knicks. Now, could I lose? Absolutely. But I just like the Knicks in this series.
So
if I had to pick one.
Yeah. You picking how many Knicks in how many games?
I remember I told you I said last. I think this is a 7-game series. I think it's gonna be a 7-game series. Yeah.
Man, I'm gonna pick the Knicks in 6. But this is a scary series because and you say Knicks in 7. I feel like them game 7s be tricky, bro. Them game 7s be tricky.
They do.
And so I'll be worried about a game 7. But I ain't mad at it. Mule checking in, Jokic fan, Edith. We're gonna talk about the MVP and all of that stuff. Go James Kennedy once again, telling the people subscribe. If you're not subscribed to our channel, go subscribe right now. We dropping content every week, Wednesday, 8 p.m. talking all sports. We got a request to talk about the flag football situation too with football, so we're gonna touch on that a little bit at the end as well. But right now, Knicks and Pacers. What's the score looking like right now? What you got?
It's 59-64 Knicks, 109 left in the first half.
Okay, so we still got some time in the first half, and it's a good game. The atmosphere is off the chain, bro. They came out to that Jay-Z bring them out. I said,
Yeah. Well, I just look at these games and look how I want to give these guys like credit for being so skilled offensively that it's easy to throw up 70 points in the half. But I also just got to come to the realization myself that guys ain't playing defense as tough as they work. They playing defense nowadays because this is the type of game that they want. You know what I mean? Yeah. So I get it.
Everybody who's tuned in, y'all give us y'all predictions, man. Who y'all got? Knicks versus Pacers in the series. Give me y'all predictions for the series. Vic got the Knicks. I mean the Pacers. Well, you said Knicks in 7.
Knicks in 7, yeah.
Knicks in 7. I got the Knicks in 6. My man, my guy, who a Pacers fan, ain't gonna like that. But we might try to go to a game in Indy because they tickets don't be too crazy.
No, they don't. 'Cause I had a couple of guys that work with you and I. They going to Minnesota Saturday for game 3.
Nice.
Nice.
Nice. Okay, well, we're going to keep an update on that game, but we do want to get to the game that happened last night. That's the Thunder and the T-Wolves. I was watching that game on a plane, but Anthony Edwards cannot just take 13 shots on the road. And listen, he played a great series last series when he was getting everybody involved, but the stakes are a little higher now, and on the road, you got to be more aggressive. You got to be more aggressive. You cannot depend on the others or your teammates to come up because you're trying to get everybody involved. You're the best player on the team. At home, you can do that. On the road, you can't do that. What's your thoughts about
man. I looked up and I was paying attention. I'm like, man, he ain't done nothing in the fourth quarter. So I go look to the stats. I'm like, he didn't do nothing.
Nothing. I think
he done nothing in the fourth quarter, man. Yeah, I'm like, oh man, the game was tight. I'm looking through 3 quarters, like the game is tight. I'm like, where's that man there? Like, I'm thinking he about to take over, and that wasn't the case.
Yeah.
13
shots at 18 points. Julius Randle continues to ball out. I ain't gonna lie, bro. He been balling out the whole playoffs, which is a shocker to me because I didn't know who was gonna help out. Hey, bro.
You and I just touched on it. Yeah. Offensively, he's been balling out. Guess what? He got out from underneath Tibbs.
Yeah. That could be part of it.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Another aspect of the game, Alex Caruso's been balling too, bro.
Oh yes, Alex Caruso defense, being Alex Caruso. This is why a lot of Bulls fans didn't want to see him go, but I get why the Bulls made the move that they made.
Yes.
But that's what he brings. Championship level experience, and he gonna always give you all. He will leave all those 6 fouls on the floor. He gonna play hard. He's gonna play hard every night.
And this is what they got him for the playoffs. Like, we know he been missing time with injuries here and there, but this is what they got him for. He healthy. We saw him lock up Jokic a few times in the last series.
Yes.
He been all over the place, bro.
Yes.
He been all over the place.
Yes, and, man. He's been hooping.
So, and we see OKC defense, like they lock you down, bro.
Yeah.
They lock you down. And I thought the T-Wolves got some good defenders.
Me too. I really thought like the T-Wolves could at least push OKC to like a 7-game series, man. If this is what they're going to get from Ant-Man, this may be over in 5, man.
Well, Ant-Man is going to come out much more aggressive game, too.
I hope so. I need him to. I need him to, bro, because he kind of screwed up my parlay last night, but that's another story.
not the parlay. Oh, that's hilarious, bro. But he gonna come out much more aggressive.
I think so. I'm definitely gonna run it back with him because he's always he's one of them guys. So I mean, he's not gonna have 4 or 5 bad games in a row. That's just not gonna happen.
T Perfect on YouTube says Pacers in 7, so that's one person that's picking the Pacers.
I hear you. I
ain't mad at that pick as well.
No, not at all.
But I'll say this: not only do I think the Knicks is gonna win, but you also got to plan the fact. And I told this to my guy. We talked about this. Like, who do the NBA will want to see more in the finals? Would they want to see the Pacers in the finals or New York in the finals?
I mean, in the number 2 media market in the world.
Exactly.
New York City.
Exactly.
Got them, baby. Yeah.
Indiana got to overcome all of that. They got to overcome all that. I'm not saying it's not possible.
Right.
Yeah. You got to come over all of that. Back to the T-Wolves and Thunder series, bro. The T-Wolves only had 2 people in double figures. You ain't gonna beat OKC like that.
No.
At all.
You got to score more than 88 points too, man. Like that they were, bro. They had like 70 through 3 quarters or something like that. Like they scored 18 points or something like that in the 4th quarter. You're not gonna win like that.
No, not at all. And Julius Randle and Ant-Man the only ones in double figures. So Nas Reed, 1-for-11. He didn't show up. McDaniels didn't show up. Conley didn't show up. So they're going to need, especially Nas Reed, because I feel like he their 3rd best option. After Randle and Ant, Nas Reed is that guy.
Yeah, man. They're going to need everybody clicking on all cylinders to beat this OKC team, man. They're going to need everybody. It's not Ant-Man ain't going to be able to beat them 5 games by himself. He had to do his thing, and everybody else gonna have to chip in when he's taking a breather.
Already. Who did you pick initially, and who you got now?
I really wanted to see Minnesota go to the finals, bro. I do. I want to see them go to the finals. I had them in 7, and I'm still going to stick by my pick, but I didn't like what I saw last night.
You had T-Wolves in 7?
Yeah.
T-Wolves in 7. It's not over, bro. It's not over. It's only game 1. It's a series. I think I know what I said. I did pick OKC. I didn't get it.
You did. You picked OKC.
I said I felt like they had just a little bit more firepower. In game 1, it looked like that. They had, I think, 4 people in double.
4 guys in double figures. Yeah.
So I just feel like they got a little bit more firepower than T-Wolves. But it's gonna be a good series, man. And I expect Ant-Man to. OKC got the MVP on their squad. You know what I'm saying? So
yes, it's not gonna be a cakewalk for many.
Right, and he had an off night and still put up 30. That's what he do.
Yeah,
that's what he do.
Yeah,
he was 10 for 27. He ain't gonna keep shooting like that.
No. But guess what he did though? What I like about Shy all the time, he get to the free throw line. When he knows his shot ain't going, he's not gonna just keep jacking up outside shots. He gonna get to the free throw line. That's what Ant-Man didn't do. Ant-Man just kept settling for threes, bro. Nah, man, I get you. You know, you've been hot in the playoffs as a 3-point shooter, but you made your mark in this league your first few years, bro, as a slasher. Yeah, attack the rim, man. Get your man in foul trouble, bro. Get some easy buckets, get some easy points on the board, and let your teammates get momentum from that.
What I seen too, I also seen at the beginning of the game, I feel like Ant-Man tried to like bully SGA a little bit. Like he like pushed him down, like tried to I guess
intimidate him. He tried to like intimidate him. Yeah,
it didn't work.
It didn't work. Not at all. That's why I said like I just need Ant-Man to play ball, bro. I don't need you to be doing all that extra stuff. Just hoop, bro.
That's it.
That's hoop. That's it. Because you're not gonna intimidate Shy. You're not.
That's all he gotta do is play. You a dog. You a dog. Just play like a dog and let your play do the talking.
Let your game speak for itself, my boy.
That's it. Yep. So I expect Edwards to be much more aggressive if they continue to get production from Julius Randle and then just a little bit from either Naz Reid or McDaniels.
Just something, huh?
Just something. I think they will be okay. But but the defense, like you say, the defense of both squads, and especially OKC, man, they lock you down, bro. And I think that's another reason why them other people couldn't get off, because of the defense.
Mm-hmm.
And so Minnesota got good defense, but OKC others were still able to get off a little bit. And that's the difference. Whose others is going to be able to get off even with good defenders? That's the thing.
And honestly, even though, like I said, I wanted to see Minnesota go, I know it ain't over. It's just that OKC has more offensive firepower than them, man. They do. Yes. They just do. Yeah. They just do. Chet Holmgren, like we ain't even hardly talked about this dude. And you know, we talking about D Will and J Will and J Dub, the Williams brothers, or you know what I'm saying? I call them, you know what I'm saying? Like they so deep. Then you and I just talked about Alex Caruso coming off that bench playing defense. Like, man, they got some dogs over there.
Yeah, for sure. If y'all watching, y'all make sure y'all share the live and comment. We get to the comments. Give us y'all predictions for OKC and Minnesota. Y'all got a game in the books, and y'all can come with y'all picks and let us know what y'all think. That's only game 1. I do want to talk about Shea got announced the MVP today, and as my title for today's, I said, was it voter fatigue or was it legit? He got MVP. He got 71 out of 100 first place votes. Jokic got the rest of the first place votes. Giannis was in third, of course. SGA averaged 32 points a game, and his team has 68 wins. Jokic averages triple-double. We know after Russ did it, the excitement for averaging a triple-double has diminished a little bit.
It is, because it's possible. Russ not only did it once, Russ did it 3 times.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Absolutely.
So what do you think, man? Was it voted for? Because they still saying this is one of Jokic's best seasons.
I get it, bro, but honestly, I don't think it's voter fatigue, bro. I think Shea was the MVP. I go back, I look at it, bro. A lot of times it's about individual performance, but it's also about your team success. Absolutely. And I take a case in point. There were 5 or 6 guys in the league that had better numbers than Derrick Rose when he won the MVP.
Mm-hmm.
But guess what? The Bulls had the best record in the NBA, and literally it was it was because of him.
Right.
Like, they really had no other consistent body tech to score 25 a night. They got Boozer, he was giving you 18 and 10. That was cool. That was fine. But the Bulls, he was the only person to average like 25 plus points on the Bulls roster that year.
Right. And
so
I agree.
That's what it was with Shea. Not only his numbers helped him, but it also lifted his team to the top of the West, which ain't easy.
Absolutely. The West was a dogfight, bro. The West was a dogfight, and I totally agree with them getting SGA MVP. I just know a lot of people just like, this dude Jokic put up some ridiculous numbers, man. As a center, averaging 10.2 assists.
Yeah, that's outstanding. That's outstanding. To take nothing away from the Joker. I just don't think it was voter fatigue. I just think that they looked at how OKC performed how Denver performed as a team. That's all.
But you remember when Jordan lost the MVP, I think he lost it to Barkley one year, lost to Malone one year, and after the career's over, they said Jordan could have won it all these years.
All those years. Now, I really believe with him, I'm be honest, it was voters fatigue because guess what? The Bulls kept winning championships. The Bulls were winning. The Bulls were winning.
Yeah, but I know a couple of them years.
And I know why they gave the MVP to Barkley in the 92-93 season, because Phoenix had a better record than the Bulls. And Barkley balled out. He went out west and took over. Like, Barkley balled out that year. I remember that year like it was yesterday. I want to say he put up like 25 and 13 or something, shot like almost 60% from the field. Right. Yeah, Barkley put up some crazy numbers that year. Yeah. And he led the Phoenix Suns to the NBA Finals.
Right. And I know a couple of them years that Jordan lost, it was other teams that had like better records that year in the Western Conference. So
it boils down to team success when a lot of people are just putting up crazy numbers. It starts boiling down to team success. Like when Russell put all those triple doubles up, he wasn't winning nothing, man.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
And so Jokic's team, they was what number? The 4th seed.
They're the 4th seed. Okay, see, was number 1 for the second year in a row. And some people felt like Shaq got snubbed last year. They say he had a good shot at the MVP last year. I say he didn't, because I get that they team they had the best record in the West last year too, right? It's 2 years in a row, but they got eliminated early last year, right?
Right.
Yeah, he had a good year last year, but it wasn't as good as this year, because this year he was able to elevate the level of his teammates' play. And that's why they're in the position that they're in, 1-0 in the Western Conference Finals.
Right. Yep. So SGA wins MVP. If y'all watching it, what do y'all think? Was it the right choice? Was it voter fatigue? Jokic averaged a triple-double again. We think it was the right choice.
Yeah, one of my buddies, he bumped a post of his from April 2nd. He said he thinks SGA is going to win the MVP and deserve it, and he doesn't think it's voter fatigue. He had talked about this like a month ago. I said, wow. He bumped the post, and I saw it today. I'm like, man, this was good. This was good, because literally you touched right on it from the beginning. Like voters fatigue. A lot of people felt like that's what it was in their opinion. I just don't.
I agree with you. Everybody that's joining in, we talking NBA basketball. SGA was MVP. We talking Knicks and Celtics game 1 is halftime. Knicks is winning 69-62. We talked about that, broke down what we saw so far, and then we broke down OKC and Minnesota game 1 last night, and the Thunder beat them 114-88, and Ant-Man only took 13 shots and scored 18, Julius Randle. So if y'all got more comments about that, bring them on. We'll get to the comments. We got a request to talk about flag football is going to be in the Olympics. And I think Justin Jefferson is real happy about that. So what are your thoughts about flag football in the Olympics?
I don't have a problem with it, man. Like, anything to add a little bit more excitement to the Olympics, because there's only certain sports I watch. And I mean, you have really no kind of football in the Olympics. So adding some kind of football to it, I'm pretty cool with it, man. You know what I'm saying? Help the NFL grow globally, man. You know? My
guy who asked us to talk about this, he said, flag football, not real football. So these NFL guys not entitled to a spot. So he like, listen, I guess if you're not going to play real football, you shouldn't get no gold medal for flag football. But like I said, when we first talked about this, we found out that flag football is very nationally known across the world. Across the world,
Yeah.
this is the thing.
Yeah, and it's co-ed, and that's a lot of way for women to play football. You know what I'm saying? Without men's football, you know, hurting themselves and putting themselves in position like, you know what I'm saying, like men do, like rough and tough. You know what I'm saying? It's like co-ed is very popular among women.
Yeah. Shout out to my guy Tex. He be talking about, I don't be reading his comments, but he must be going to the wrong places and putting them, because when I see the comments, we put them up there, we read it. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to my guy Tex, who wanted us to talk about flag football. And I read his comment personally from my text thread.
Right. So he can't say that you're ignoring him now.
He cannot say I did not mention this comment. But yeah, flag football. Of course we're gonna watch it. We're gonna see, you know, what's gonna happen. But it's gonna be interesting. Like, are we gonna be into it like real football because it's flag football?
No. Yeah. We're going to get into it, but we're not going to get into it like it's real football. We're going to get into it like, okay, this good. This will do to real football cup.
Right. Yeah. Also, we had some news. The tush push is not going to get banned. It missed it by 2 votes. They needed 24. They only got 22 votes to ban the tush push. They ain't get enough votes. How do you feel about that? Do you like to keep the tush push, or you want to get rid of it?
Yeah, man. I mean, stop it. Do something to stop it. Find some kind of way to stop it. That's all. It's nothing illegal about it. Find some kind of way to stop it. Play stronger. Be tougher. I have no problem with it. I have no problem with it whatsoever.
I wouldn't have been mad if they would have banned it, but I'm also not mad that they didn't ban it.
Like,
if they banned it, I would have been cool with it, because I understand, like, it's not a visually aesthetic to watch. Like, you know, they want scoring and they want their athletes doing amazing stuff. The tush push is not amazing. You know what I'm saying?
No, it's not. It's not. It's good old fashioned smash mouth football. Line yours up, line mine up, and may the best man win. And the NFL don't realize that's what y'all all about. So when it get down there, it shouldn't be no problem. But you want somebody to finesse. They want some finesse. Yeah, they want some finesse. I get it.
They want finesse. And so that's why it's like, it's not aesthetically pleasing to watch, but I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like you say, you stop it. I heard somebody say, if you ain't got like 4 or 5 Vita Veas up front, then you in trouble. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I mean, it is what it is. Don't let nobody get down on the goal line on you. I mean, that's all I can tell you, man.
Listen, you remember the big Keith Trail and Ted Watson we used to have in the middle for the Bears? And you get some of them big boys in there, then you might stop the tush push.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying?
Damn, you just made me think about Keith Traylor in that Jacksonville game I was at when they played against the Bears, and he had got that interception, bro, and that man almost passed out. Hey, that was hilarious, bro.
He did.
Yeah.
So, but look, man, we're not going to be here long, because we do have a game that's going on, man, that I want to get back to. But I did want to check in with the people. Remember, y'all can send stars to the Facebook. Subscribe to the YouTube. Tell y'all people subscribe. Follow us on Facebook, IG, and TikTok. Merches are always available. I got the Black Allen Powers hoodie on today. If you want to purchase some merch, message me, and we can get that out to you. But other than that, we're not going to be long tonight. We're going to get back to this game. But I appreciate everybody that's tuning in. Vic, appreciate you for jumping on as always.
Man, bro, always, bro. Anytime you need me, you know how to get in contact with me, bro. I'm just a call away. Wednesdays, I'm doing the same thing you're doing for the most part. It's some sports on. I'm watching sports. Yeah. So I definitely don't have no problem hopping on, talking about it real quick, you know?
That's what's up. Other than that, we're going to see y'all next week. We are out.
Peace.
We lock and load, Allen.